Well, welcome. It's Tuesday Tips, and I'm Pastor Michael Watson, filling in for Pastor J.B. Whitfield from J.B. Whitfield Ministries. Pastor and Miss Susan, they're out of town getting some R&R. You know, it's good to have some R&R. It's good to have your pastor refreshed, relaxed, ready to go, hearing from God. So that's what Pastor Whitfield's doing today. And as one of his staff at Agape Faith Church and on J.B. Whitfield Ministries, he's allowed me to have this privilege to come into your home, into your business, into your work, and minister to you some Tuesday tips. You know, we at J.B. Whitfield Ministries, we love this interaction that we have. We love that we can come to you every Tuesday and share some leadership nuggets, some leadership tips that'll help you strengthen and build upon build upon build. And that's what we're about at J.B. Whitfield Ministries. So if you want more information, all you have to do is sign in to jbwhitfield.com. Go to our website. You can see all the different coaching, teaching, mentoring opportunities that we have, the products that Pastor Whitfield has. Join us on either one of our simulcasts or our Lead 21. And I'll tell you more about that at the end. And just continue to stay connected, because we as leaders more than ever today need each other. We need each other to hold each other's arms up. We need each other to minister to one another. And that's the heart of Pastor Whitfield, and that's the heart of J.B. Whitfield Ministries. We're here to come alongside of you and give you the necessary tools you need so you're not leading alone. Amen? Well, Pastor Whitfield over the last several weeks has really been talking about direction setting. And direction setting is so critical. As a leader, it is so critical for you to set the proper direction for your ministry, for your business. I'll even say it's for your family. You've got to set a direction for your family. Leaders of your family, of your household, you've got to set that same direction. So these Tuesday tips are not just for ministry. They're not just for business. They're for your family. You can apply these tips everywhere in your life if you just take them and apply them. So as we begin today, I'm going to recap where Pastor Whitfield was, but we're doing part 3 on the 5 steps to direction setting. The first one is you've got to see it. As a minister, as a leader, you've got to see the direction you want to go in. If you don't see it, then it's going to be really hard for you to tell it to anybody else. And that leads us to point number 2 is share it. You've got to see it and you've got to share it. You've got to be able to take what you're seeing in your spirit, take what you're seeing that God has given you, and be able to share it, to write the vision, make it plain so those that see it can run with it. So you've got to be able to see and share that vision, that direction. The third one he talked about last Tuesday was to confirm it. Very important thing. You don't confirm it with just a head shake. Pastor Michael, did you get that? No. Confirming it means that you want them to repeat it back to you to make sure that they understand. Make sure that there's no ambiguity. Make sure that there's no concerns. And they told that funny story about Candy Boone. And Candy Boone is a riot. But what an awesome leader she has become in working with teams, doing the things that she does. And so we've got to see it. We've got to share it, and we've got to confirm it. Today we're going to step right into step number 4. And step number 4 is evaluate it. Now, I'm going to give you step 4 and 5. I don't know how far in we'll get to these today, but step 4 is evaluate it, and step 5 is evaluate it. And I'm going to explain the difference so you can write them down. Step 4, evaluate it. Step 5, evaluate it. You say, Pastor Michael, those are exactly the same. Is evaluation that important? Yes. We were talking with some leaders the other day when we were doing our partner Zoom. And if you want to have a partner Zoom with Pastor Whitfield, this is a small group of people doing a partner Zoom once a month. They have over an hour of one-on-one, quote-unquote, one-on-one time in a Zoom meeting with Pastor Whitfield. And it's very powerful. And we were talking about direction setting. And step 4, I feel, is one of the most overlooked steps in the direction setting process, because we can sometimes see it, we know how to share it, we can confirm it, and then we walk away and we don't do anything again until all of a sudden, hey, you have something coming up January 1st and this is like Christmas Eve, and you're saying, where's that at? Step number 4, the evaluating it, is a monitoring, ongoing evaluation. So when I say step 4, evaluate it, that is a monitoring, ongoing evaluation that you do with your team, with your steps, with your people, one-on-one. And that's got to be a continual thing. You can't just set a direction, then walk away and think that it's magically going to appear on the due date. Now let me get that it will magically appear on the due date. That doesn't always happen. We want it to, and many times it could happen, but it's so important that we continue to have an ongoing evaluation set up. So how do you do that? When you're in that meeting, when you're in that team meeting, and you see it, and you share it, and you confirm it, that is the time that you set dates for ongoing evaluation. That is so important. So in other words, if Pastor Whitfield's given me a direction for the student ministries, and he says, I want you to remodel the youth ministry. That's something we're going on right now. We're in the process of remodeling the youth ministry. And he wants this done before our March conference that we have coming up with our youth conference in March. So what he's done is he hasn't said just get it done by then. He has set specific dates where Pastor Dallas and I have to come in, report to the ELT of where we're at. We had to turn in plans, ideas, and recommendations. We had to turn in the budget. We had to get all those approved. We redirected some of it. We've had to tweak it. And every about month or every 2 to 3 weeks, Pastor Dallas and I are giving a report, an ongoing evaluation update of where we're at on it. The painter has been done. We've got the bid on the electricity. The electrician's going to start next week. Those are things that you have to set into place. I'll go a step further on that. The bigger the project, the more frequent the evaluation dates needs to be. Let me say that again. The bigger the project, the more frequent the evaluation dates need to be. So in other words, as you set if it's a large project, you're going to want to keep track of that. So maybe Dallas and I are coming in every week for a larger project, not waiting once a month and then we're playing catch up. So you've got to set those dates, you got to set those timelines, and the direction needs to be given in enough time to allow those proper evaluation points. You can't set a direction and say, I want something done tomorrow. Now, that can happen, and there's been times we've had to, in reading Leaders Shift, sometimes we as leaders have to shift, and that can happen, but that should not be the norm. When you're setting direction and you see it, you share it, you confirm it, and you set evaluation dates up, you should give it enough time to be able to have evaluations ongoing. So you got to realize that. One of the ways that we at Agape Faith Church have continued to help us do ongoing evaluation is we do a monthly reporting process called status reports. Those are our progress reports. Every month, every ministry is reporting a status report. What's been done, what's on the burner, what recruiting. There are several different places in there. And Pastor Murray, Pastor Whitfield get those and can put together a pastor's pulse for pastor to make sure that he is keeping his finger on the pulse of the ministry. So that evaluation in ongoing, that monitoring evaluation, is one of the most important parts of that evaluation process. So I don't want to just skip over and say, yeah, evaluate it. As a matter of fact, I might not be able to get in to all of the step 4 and 5, but I want to take some time here on step 4 and make sure that we understand it. Here's another thing that you need to look at on ongoing evaluation is it depends on the experience or the inexperience of the leader and the team that you are working with. If you've got a seasoned team, in Pastor Whitfield, we've seen different teams grow. The ELT sometimes doesn't need, if we're at more a seasoned leader, we don't need maybe as many evaluation points. But if you have a more inexperienced leader, then you definitely want to walk alongside. It's part of that training steps. When you look at the 4 steps to training, you talk about I do, you watch, I do, you help, you do, I help, you do, I watch. You got to take your leaders in the evaluation process through that training. And it's so important, it's so vital that you set up those evaluation dates, that you set up those evaluation times to continue to ongoing and continue to monitor that training. So it's very important. You've got to see it. You've got to share it. You've got to confirm it. And then you need to evaluate it. Have it ongoing evaluation throughout the entire step process that you have for you. Now, we're right at our 10 minutes, so I want to close with just a few exciting. We'll come back next Tuesday and we'll go over step number 5, which is evaluate it. So we'll be doing a lot of evaluation. And hopefully you come back and evaluate your life, to evaluate your ministries, evaluate your time, and work through those processes. So here's our exciting announcement. We come to you every Tuesday at 10 a.m. And if you would like to partner or learn more about J.B. Whitfield Ministries, please go to our website, jbwhitfield.com. You can see all of our coaching, teaching, training, events. If you want to have a one-on-one with Pastor, you can schedule one of those. You can schedule a consultation. Many different things, but mark your calendars. As a matter of fact, part of the registration is open right now, but mark your calendars for Lead 21. That is February 5th and 6th. We're extending it, as Pastor Whitfield said. We're going to start on Friday at 1 p.m., have some general sessions and breakouts, break for lunch, have an awesome Friday night, blow the doors off leadership training. Saturday morning, all the general sessions, 30 some odd workshops we're working on. Ron McManus, John Grunwald, Pastor Whitfield, many others from the ICCF board, from the other leaders around. They're going to be teaching wonderful classes and breakouts. Our virtual registration is open, so you can register, because people watch this all over the world, and you say, well, Pastor Michael, I can't come to Clemens. You're going to be able to register virtually, and that is open at jbwhitfield.com. The in-person registration is going to be opening and up very soon, but mark your calendars. You don't want to miss that. It's a time of iron sharpening iron. Amen? Also, if you need any other assistance from J.B. Whitfield Ministries, call me, Pastor Michael. Contact us at info@jbwhitfield.com. I'm M. Watson at jbwhitfield.com. You can email any one of us and share that. But we look forward to coming to you with Tuesday Tips every Tuesday and continuing to see you and your ministries, your leadership abilities grow and reach and touch everyone that God has called you to reach and touch. So J.B. Whitfield Ministries loves you, and if we can help, please let us know. I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday on the next Tuesday Tips. Bye-bye.